What's up, guys? It's B Wade. I have 5 picks for the NBA on Sunday that I'm playing. I want to walk you guys through that data and the research and show you why I like these picks and kind of walk you through my thought process. Also, this is going to be the last day where I'm giving you 80% off on all my VIP picks. There's a link down below in the description. That'll take you to my winnable. Use code NBA. You'll get 80% off. You're not going to find a better deal anywhere, and you are going to make money. So check that out. I'm going to get right into these picks, though. So I'm going to start you guys off with probably my favorite pick of the night, right? CJ McCollum over 2.5 3-pointers. And first look, right, he's hitting at a 50% rate, which doesn't get me really excited. But then you look at Utah, and they give up the second most 3-pointers in the NBA. They get absolutely cooked behind the three-point line. When you look at how McCollum shoots against them, he has hit this in every single game against them. Both this year, he dropped 6 and 5 in those 2 games. And then when we look at how he shoots against the teams that give up the 10th most 3-pointers, he's hit this in 10 out of the last 11 games against those type of teams, right? So when he goes up against teams that cannot guard the 3-point line, he absolutely tunes in and he starts hitting. He dropped 10 on Washington a couple months ago, guys. Love this play, especially when you consider they're ranked second to last in the NBA. He's hit this in both games against them this year, and he's hit it in 10 out of 11 games against those bottom 10 teams. Next, we're looking at Evan Mobley, over 17.5 points. And look, the main piece of this is Donovan Mitchell is out, right? Donovan Mitchell's out. Their top scorer. They're going to need scoring from other places. Evan Mobley is one of those main resources that they are going to lean on with Donovan Mitchell out of the lineup. He's hit this in 6 out of the last 10. But when we look at how he plays without Mitchell in the lineup, he's covered this in all 3 games. And it really hasn't even been close, right? He dropped 23, 21, and then 30 in his last game without Mitchell. He dropped 30, and that was on Detroit, right? Detroit is a better defense than Portland, especially the way they've been playing lately, and that was less than a month ago. So I feel great about this pick, getting Mobley at even money, lock that in. And then our third pick, Isaiah Collier, over 9.5 assists. This Utah team is decimated by injuries. You got Lauri Markkanen out, John Collins. I think they have some others too, right? Let's just look real quick. Yeah, Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarkson, Walker Kessler. So Isaiah Collier is going to get some serious minutes. And the Pelicans give up the 4th most assists to teams in general, and then to point guards, they give up the 3rd most assists. Isaiah Collier has been playing better of late. You look at his minutes, and they've gone up. And he played the Pelicans in back-to-back games back in January, and he dropped 11 assists in both of those games, right? So I really like this pick, especially with the minutes that he's been getting. He's a great point guard. He's getting that experience. He continues to get better. And going up against a team like the Pelicans who just bleed assists to opposing point guards, I am locking this in as well. I put this in on Underdog. We're getting 8.5x for this. This is a 3-man. Every other app is going to give you 5x for a 3-man. Underdog typically is going to give you 6x, which is better than any other app. But they also give us 2 to 3 50% profit boosts every single day. So when you add that onto this, we end up with an 8.5x parlay for a 3-man. The best payout you're going to find anywhere. They also are going to double that first deposit up to $1,000 when you guys use code BWADE. Best sign up bonus, some of the best profit boosts. Guys, you need to be using Underdog. They have the best 3-man payouts that there are. And use code BWADE. They'll double that first deposit. There's also a link down below in the description that will make sure you get that first deposit doubled. Also, the signed SGA jersey, I'm going to be running that video right after I post this one, so keep an eye out. I'll be announcing who won that jersey for March, and then in my video tomorrow, I'll announce the giveaway that's for the giveaway for February. Tomorrow, I'll be announcing the jersey that we're giving away in March. But I'm excited for that one. It has a March Madness theme, so I am pumped. Let's get into these last 2 picks. I'm taking Myles Turner over for points and assists. That line's at 19.5. And there's a couple pieces to play into this one, right? So for most of the season, this would have been way too high of a line. But he's hit this in 4 straight games now. He's going up against a Chicago team that defensively just does not have any presence against big men, right? They give up the 2nd most points to centers. They give up the 8th most assists to centers. And Benedict Matherin's going to be out. When we look at how Myles Turner does with Mathurin out of the lineup, he has covered this in all 3 games this year. He just covered it against Miami yesterday, right, with 22 points and 3 assists. The other 2 games he covered it against Detroit. All 3 of those are much better defensive teams than Chicago. I really like this play. Looking at the injury report is helping us out on this pick. And then our last, and also let's just look at this, right? He's hit this in, players like him have hit their line in 67% of games against the Bulls, and he scores most of his points off pick and roll man, right? They are the worst team at defending the pick and roll man in the NBA. And then he also scores 25% of his points down in the restricted area. The Bulls are the worst team in the NBA at defending the restricted area. So 2 of the top ways that he ends up scoring, the Bulls are the worst in the NBA. That just further supports our decision to take this over. And then Toumani Camara, over 1.5 assists. Y'all, he's hit this in 16 of his last 20 games. He's hit it in 9 out of his last 10. And he's going up against a Cleveland team that defensively does not give up many assists, right? They are stingy, but there is one position that they leak assists against, and that is going to be power forwards, right? They give up the 6th most assists against power forwards, almost 5 a game. And Toumani Camara is going to take advantage of that in this matchup. I haven't looked at the head-to-head yet, so he hasn't played him this year. Last year, he hit it for 3 assists in 1 game, missed it the other. This was last year, so I don't give it a ton of weight. He's playing much more minutes this year, but he's hitting this at a 66% clip. Again, 90% in the last 10, 80% in the last 20. And he's going up against a Cleveland defense that does not defend against assists very well for power forward. So I'm locking this one in as well. You'll see that slip on the screen here. We put this in on Dabble. Dabble's going to give us 3x for this, which is pretty standard for a 3-man. And I really like Dabble because they get picks up early. They have competitive lines, and then they're just going to give you $10 for free when you create a new account, right? $10 for free, no deposit required. All you have to do is use code BWadePicks or use the link down below in the description, but that is absolutely free money. If you don't have a Dabble account, I don't know what you're waiting for. Pause this video, go down to the description and download Dabble. It's free money. Throw $10 on this parlay and make $30 tonight, right? Check it out. Also, there's a tool I use called Daily Grind Fantasy that helps me to take the most profitable picks on each fantasy app. I make a ton of money every day putting in 10 to 15 slips that are all plus EV, and over time I make a lot. Made over $8,000 on esports in 2024 using this tool. They'll give you 25% off when you use code BWade. Check it out, dgfantasy.com. I appreciate y'all watching this video. Make sure to check out my VIP. This is the last day you're going to get 80% off with code NBA. That code is going away. Make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment to show some love. I appreciate y'all. Let's make some money down the week.